Hello, good. Oh, not you again. I'm going to send you something. Check this out. I think you might like it. And block. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. He doesn't stop ringing me. Do you know why he rings me? Every single day he rings me up and he says, "Why haven't you got more subscribers?" I said to him, I don't know. I feel like we should have more as well. And he told me, he said, "Do you know that like almost 2/3 of people who are watching this right now aren't subscribed?" I said, "Yes, I'm aware of that." He said, "You've just got to keep on badgering them." So I said, "Yeah, I will. I will keep on badgering them until they do." Anyway, and I will keep showing videos of him until we get more subscribers. See if it works. Doubt won't really. Anyway, right, got some really fascinating ears, both of the same patient in this video. They're both extremely different, as you can probably already spot. Now, some of you, well, lots of you, I suspect, who've been watching these videos for a while will probably already know what's going on in this ear. And you're thinking, if you don't know, you might be looking at the grey thing in the grey, silver grey thing in the distance thinking, kind of looks like an eardrum, but it kind of doesn't either. And that's because it's not. It's a false fundus. And if you've never heard of one of those before, what's a false fundus? You may be asking, and I will tell you. So this gentleman, when he was younger, had lots and lots and lots of ear infections. And when you get an infection in your ear, the body's response is to produce this fibrous tissue. And kind of like scar tissue, granulation tissue, and if it's repeated infections, this tissue builds up and it completely closes the entire ear canal. So you get this a false fundus, which is almost looks like a fake eardrum. Some people will refer to it as. Now he hears very, very little through this. So he wasn't too keen on me clearing it out. I said it's probably best that it does, just to prevent you getting any infections or anything like that. We don't want to leave anything in there for too long. But it didn't make any difference to his hearing. He has got a hearing aid for this, but he said even with the hearing aid, it doesn't make that much difference either. And has been the case for a very long time. False fundus are often known as medial canal fibrosis. It's a fibrous tissue. And yeah, they always look really weird. So you've got to be wary with these when you're clearing them. It's a good idea to know that they're there. Otherwise, you might try and remove that thinking that it's a thick layer of dead skin that you might want to peel away. And obviously it makes the ear canal shorter as well. So obviously you need to be mindful of going in there and poking around on that. So I'm just going to peel away a couple of little bits and bats just to tidy it up a little bit. But his second ear is the one which he came in with real problems with. And in that ear you've got one of the most satisfying thick skin peels that you'll ever see. So stay tuned for that. It's an absolute cracker. It's really, really satisfying. There's a few in fact. Before I forget, because I know I already have, today's subscriber of the day is... No, I don't know your actual name, but your channel name is Preservation Enthusiast. And from your picture, it looks like you're an enthusiast of steam locomotives. And why wouldn't you be? They're fantastic machines. I love a good steam train. I used to take the kids on them all the time. What kid doesn't like going on a steam train? Absolutely great. And there was quite a few round near us that still operate and like to go on. Anyway, so thanks for all your comments and your support of the channel. I know you've been with me from the very start, so I do appreciate that and hope you enjoy being subscriber of the day. If you're watching and you're thinking, oh, what do I do to become subscriber of the day? Just got to leave us a comment down below. And yes, this is a shameful attempt to get more subscribers because I'm still getting mithered by the kids. Why don't you have the play button yet? All you got to do is leave me a comment down below saying I'd love to be a subscriber of the day. If you want to give me a reason to, then by all means go for it. and I will randomly pick out one of those comments when I'm recording a video, and you could be in with a chance for being subscriber of the day. So what are you waiting for? Get leaving a comment down below, but you've got to be subscribed. So you might well leave a comment there. If I see next to your name that you're not subscribed, it's not going to be you. Anyway, so this is the second ear that was the one that was giving him real trouble, and you can see why. Now this ear is quite inflamed, swollen, dry, narrow, so probably has a history of similar problems in this ear than he did in the first ear. But he's not got false fundus in this one, but definitely very itchy, dry and flaky. So it's clearly very inflamed here, and he has this thick layer of dead skin inside this, and there's some absolutely lovely peels in this. Now, there did come a point where he found it was a little bit painful. Now, I didn't think it would be, to be honest, because this was really soggy dead skin, this. And as I peeled one particular point, it went all the way down to the eardrum, and he kind of felt a pulling sensation there. So I think at that point we introduced some oil to make that a bit more comfortable. So hopefully it pulled away nicely, but there's some really nice peels in this one before we finish. And what else can we talk about? In fact, we'll do Dad Joke of the Day with my new book that I've got. I'm still waiting to get the other ones. If you've never watched a video before, you're thinking, well, why are you telling jokes, you silly little man? I did it a while ago. It became a thing. Every now and then we do Dad Joke of the Day. And we'll have a few from my new book. Thank you to June for getting me the book. I really appreciate it. I did have to censor out some of the ones that I read from this, but I have pre-checked some of these now. So you'll never know what that one that was bleeped out in the previous episode was. Anyway, let's have a couple of these. A man goes into the doctor's and says, "Doctor, my hands keep shaking." "Do you drink much?" asked the doctor. "Not really," says the man. "I tend to spill most of it." This was the point here that it became a little bit uncomfortable as I was trying to peel it from right at the bottom. So it'll appear like I'm going really slowly, and that's because I don't want to hurt him, obviously. So I'm just trying to very gently loosen it without pulling it too firmly to cause him some pain. So I'm just trying to be a bit more gentle, which is why it might be taking a bit more time than you might think it should, is why it's a bit slow in this one. Right, next one, let's have a couple more. A wife is standing naked looking into her bedroom mirror. She says to her husband, "Oh, look at me, I'm ugly, I'm fat, make me feel better about myself, pay me a compliment." "Well," says her husband, "your eyesight is pretty good." That's terrible. Gents, please don't do that. Look at this peel. This is the one I was talking about. Well, one of them anyway. Oh, it's just so satisfying, isn't it, when it comes away like this? Really nice. Anyway, last couple. What's big, hairy, and sticks out of your pyjamas? Your head. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. There we go, managed to snap that off. There are still some lovely peels left as well, so stay tuned. What's plastic, filled with sandwiches and found in a French cathedral? The lunch pack of Notre Dame. Two more, because it's a really good one. I do like this book. Thank you, June. What is green, has 4 legs, and if it fell out of a tree, it would kill you? A snooker table. Last one. Is this a bit... Oh, yeah, go on. Okay. You might have to think about it to get this one. What goes blonde, brunette, blonde, brunette, blonde, brunette? A blonde doing cartwheels. Did you need to think about that? I did the first time I read that. Anyway, you might have noticed at some point, whilst I was waffling on doing silly things, that there was a little soggy area at the base of the ear canal when I lifted up that skin. Now, I was concerned that something might be underneath that. That's why I persisted in peeling it off. And as I peeled it off, it turns out I don't think there's anything to be concerned about in there. Because sometimes there can be signs of like infected canal cholesteatomas underneath those really thick sheets of skin. But this one was absolutely fine. It was just a bit soggy because I think he'd been drowning this in a particularly aggressive eardrop. I think we're just about coming to the end of this. Anyway, if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. And if you enjoy these videos, you can also consider becoming a member of the channel. And there'll be, if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a link at the end of the video somewhere around here, there, or there, which you click on it, it'll play your video explaining what you can get as a member of the channel, because there's so much. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.